And live.
Hi everyone, welcome back to First Place, the show where we get to learn the rules of a game for the first time. You guys get to watch us from home. Today we have Shelby, Jay, Steph, and me, John. We're early from our usual schedule. However, we are late from what we had planned to do. Today we wanted to play a little different game, but unfortunately, because this guy is an idiot, and he didn't tell his minions, do not rent this game, because in case you guys don't know, you can rent games in our store. The game we wanted to play got rented out, so if you're confused and you're here for a different game, that's what happened. We'll play it next week. It's on the schedule, and we really wanted to play it. So, nothing to take away from Ex Libris, which we heard was a really good game too anyways, and we were trying to get around to play it. But yes, it's by Renegade Games. It's a game where we try to collect the best collection, the best library of books.
Yes.
Yep, because we're kind of geeks that way. Anyway, components are awesome. I just sat down,
They're
and
so
just
cute.
right off the bat, these are
Oh my
really
God.
cool. I am playing the Volcanic Biblioteca, so my piece is literally a little fire sprite kind of guy. What you running, Steph?
I'm the Sasquatch, the forest repository.
I have the snowman from the Igloo of Information.
The igloo.
And I am the Swamp of Scholarship with this little swamp witch.
Uh-huh. Fair. It was either that or I was going to go with Shrek. They went with a witch. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us, Shelby, how do we play this game?
Okay, in Ex Libris, you are the collector of rare and valuable books in a thriving fantasy town. The mayor has just announced a new seat on the village council, that of the Grand Librarian. The prestigious and lucrative position will be awarded to the citizen with the most extraordinary library. Unfortunately, several of your book collector colleagues, more like acquaintances really, are also candidates. Okay, to outshine your competition, you will need to expand your personal bookshelf by sending your trusty assistants out into the village to find more impressive tomes. Sources for the finest books are scarce, so you'll need to beat your opponents to them when they pop up, especially if they match your library's secret focus. We all were dealt a card with our secret focus. They are hidden under the right side of our boards. You only have a few days before the mayor's official inspector comes to judge your bookshelf, so be sure your assistants have all of your books shelved in time. She's a tough cookie and will use her official inspection form to grade your library on several criteria, including alphabetical order, shelf stability, prominent works, and variety.
So amazing.
Don't think she'll turn a blind eye to books the council has banned. You'll need shrewd planning, cunning tactics, and perhaps a little magic to surpass your opponents and become the Grand Librarian.
Sounds complicated.
Okay.
I know, I'm like,
I'm looking at A, B, C, D. I'm like,
Okay.
What do we think?
So, just a few little setup notes that we've done already. So we have the inspection form is over there. It says that you can look at it if you want, so it's fine.
only to be filled out by the mayor's officially appointed library
Right.
inspector.
It's basically
That's
the
so
end
cute.
the end scoring sheet is basically what it is. We've also dealt out two cards here: prominent works and the banned books. These fictions
Fiction.
are the
Corrupted
prominent works,
codex.
and the corrupted codices are the banned books. So since we
Seems appropriate.
those were put out when we all got our
Setup, yep.
categories. Yeah, as part of setup. We've also shuffled. These are location tiles, and these are cards that make up the books. So I'm gonna go ahead. It's a 6 per player, so I'm just gonna put out.
Play with these things.
I know. I'm trying really hard not to, so I just set them down and just...
They're
How many
really,
players in this game, by the way?
goes up to 4.
Oh, okay, so we have a full house.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Some of the specialized minions are super cute. Like there's a bookworm, a gelatinous cube, like all sorts of cute things.
These are cute.
Okay, so this makes up your hand of
I see the
cards.
letters. And...
Yeah, there's all sorts of fun things. I will go through the card anatomy real fast. with an example card. Okay.
XXX and other naughty numerals.
Yes, they're all individually
there's
named.
510 unique books spread across 152 cards and divided into 6 categories. They have hilarious names, and they're so fun.
An incomplete guide to procrastination. I'm dying here. This is awesome.
So the game is played over a series of rounds in which players will take turns sending assistants to acquire books for their bookshelves. You will attempt to make sure that your books are in alphabetical order on stable shelves with more prominent works than your opponents. So you want more fantastical fictions, but you also want to collect what your
hang on for a second. In alphabetical order on stable bookshelves.
With more prominent works than your opponents, as few banned books as possible, a well-rounded variety of categories, and as many of your library's focus as you can manage. So I know that that's a lot of factors.
No, but I'm starting to see. Well, Bantapudo, you sure dealt me a crappy hand to begin with. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Blame it on them. They shuffled. Okay.
Yeah.
You dealt. So.
Yeah. Okay. Good defense.
So the 6 categories we have: corrupted codices.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastical fictions. Historic volumes is the yellow hourglass.
Okay.
Monster manuals is the big monster mouth.
Right.
Reference texts is the blue magnifying glass. And spells and potions is obviously the last one.
All right.
Okay. Going over a card. So I have an example card here. At the top, there's a letter. This tells you the first letter of the titles in every book on the card. So this one is you. Then there's a numeric order. So this one says 1 out of 4. This tells you the order that the card falls in among all the cards that share the same letter. Okay. Letter quantity, the second number in the info banner, reminds you how many book cards in total share that letter. So there are 4 cards in the whole deck that are you, and this one is the first one.
All right.
Category icons, there is fanciful fictions.
So this is
and
a good
historic,
one because you want.
And the historic volumes on this one.
It also tells you on the side of your...
Yes, the side of your thing tells you how many cards are in.
So there's a lot of B's, a lot of H's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not so many Z's, Y's, or X's.
All the vital info you'll need to play the game resides at the top portion of the card, so you can easily organize your hand of cards. You could play the entire game completely ignoring the fancy book illustrations and titles, but you'll be missing out on some pretty great wordplay. Alternatively, if you hate puns, spoof, jokes, and humor in general, feel free to focus solely on the top portion.
This is going to be a hard one for Brooke because she hates puns, but she loves books. So.
Oh my god.
Super hard. Okay.
I can see the struggle already.
Alright, so let's talk about shelving cards. In order to add books to your bookshelf, you'll be shelving cards, which can be achieved in various ways, described later in the rulebook, but we're going to go over it right now. Regardless of the source, you must always follow these 2 basic rules when you shelve a card. A new book card must be shelved orthogonally, so diagonally is not allowed. Your bookshelf may never be more than 3 horizontal rows tall, but there doesn't seem to be anything that says how wide you can go. Okay.
If it turns out to be Castell, I'm going to be upset. Because I sucked at that game.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
But it was
rated
fun. Okay. Right. At the end of the game, only cards in your bookshelf will count towards your final score. Cards left in your hand won't gain you anything. Shelve them while you can. Visitors to your library will need to be able to find books that they are looking for easily. With this in mind, the mayor requires that all books on your shelf are in order alphabetically. We know that, okay? During your inspection at the end of the game, starting with the leftmost book card in the top row of your bookshelf and moving left to right, top to bottom, any card whose letter does not follow the previous card's letter and numerical order will be flipped face down to show an empty shelf location. Therefore, the category icons will no longer count towards your final score. So, you need to make sure you care about alphabetical order.
I wonder if you can rearrange your bookcases. But
Maybe.
Let's see.
It kind of seems like you want to start with the lowest possible letter, otherwise. I don't
And
know.
then go up.
Yeah.
Okay. Just gives a lot of examples in the rule book here. So, okay, shelf stability. The mayor is understandably concerned with the safety of the town's citizens when visiting your library, so the official inspector will also be surveying the stability of your bookshelf. You will earn a bonus at the end of the game for the largest rectangular group of cards on your bookshelf. That includes cards on your bottom row. Every card in the rectangular group will earn you 1 point. A rectangle must be at least 2 cards tall and 2 cards wide to qualify. Okay. So if you only have, like, if you have 2 cards here,
Yeah,
you
see,
won't
that
get any...
whole library is not resting
Yeah.
on any solid foundation. So
yeah, you won't get extra points at all for that.
Yeah, because there's no rectangle that
Yeah.
starts with 2 wide.
Yeah. Okay, prominent works. The town citizens enjoy a wide variety of books, but one category in each game is determined to be their overall favorite. The card that was dealt to the prominent works based on the town board represents the popular category. Players who have the most books that match the prominent works category at the end of the game will receive bonus points. First place will get 15, second will get 9, and third will get 4. Okay, the mayor, the village council have, for whatever reason, identified a category that they find particularly dangerous.
Well,
so
I
I
don't
think
know,
that
that
one's kind of
corrupted
obvious.
Yeah.
The official inspector will penalize you at the end of the game for having banned books on your bookshelf. Every book of this category will cause you to lose 1 point. So that's total. That's really bad. Could be really bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it's got multiple icons on the card, you would lose 1 point for each
Per
one.
icon.
For each
yeah.
book.
Mm-hmm.
Each banned book.
Don't let her deal anymore.
Okay.
Don't let us shuffle.
You guys shuffled. It's not my fault.
It's all gonna be me next
Okay.
time.
There's like 100 some odd cards.
Yeah.
You gave them all to me.
Oh, good. Good.
Categorical variety. The mayor wants to cater to the town's diverse population and will require the Grand Librarian to have collected a broad spectrum of books. It is your best interest to make sure your bookshelf isn't lacking in the 5 non-banned categories. When the game ends, you will earn 3 points for every book in your bookshelf of the category which you have the least of. Let me read that again.
Yeah.
When the game ends, you will earn 3 points for every book in your bookshelf of the category which you have the least of. Banned books are not considered when assessing this categorical variety.
So they want variety, and you're going to get 3 points, you said?
Mm-hmm,
For
for the
having
one that
the
you have the
least amount.
least of. So it just behooves you to get the most books you can.
You just want to try to have at least 1 or something
Right.
of everything, is what they're telling you.
And then you receive...
Except for bad.
You'll get 2 points for every book on your bookshelf that matches the category that is your focus.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
The question
So far,
is-
we haven't even gotten to gameplay yet.
No, but we got the scoring. I kind of
Right.
understand that it's all right here, too.
Right. Okay, round overview. Each round of Ex Libris consists of 4 phases, which are always carried out in the following order: preparation phase, placement phase, resolution phase, cleanup phase. Preparation phase. At the beginning of each round, the first player, which is indicated by this little rock.
That's the best
Uh,
they could do.
I know,
The
right?
rock of first player.
Everything else is cool, and that's like
I know,
a
it's
glass
sad.
bead. Okay.
Couldn't they have at least made it like a little book or something?
Well,
That
that'd
would
be
have been
sweet.
cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry,
Lost
yeah.
my train of thought. First player reveals location tiles from the stack and places them face up below the town board until there is 1 tile per player. During the first round of the game, the Diviner's Hut location will already be present, so you will deal 1 less than usual. Next, check to see if any of the face-up locations have preparation instructions in their upper right corner. These will tell you a specific number of cards to deal to the card area on the right side of that tile. Follow these instructions, and if more than 1 card is dealt onto a tile, splay them vertically so that the vital information of each card can be seen.
So, forgive me, you said upper right? Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't see anything in the
There's
Diviner's
nothing there.
Hut,
Should we
but
just do this one for our first round
we
right
can't.
now?
Does it happen the first round?
Yeah, it just
Okay.
says you deal 1 less because it's going to be
That
'Cause
was
you
1
gotta-
per player, so we need 3 more.
Gambling, then. A something schleppamama.
Shelf Masons Guild
Okay.
and a
And
wishing
the
well.
wishing well. I'm
Alright,
not
but
seeing...
none of them have
No,
something
it's
on-
showing in here that it would be like a little square, kind of like this one, but in
Alright.
the upper corner. This one says deal 3 on the
So none of
location
these have
anatomy
prep.
So
example.
there is no preparation.
No preparation. Okay, placement phase. Starting with the first player and going clockwise, players take turns.
Go back to for a second. So there are no books appearing at these locations right now? Is that what
That is what it seems like, yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, man.
But they all have different things.
Okay.
So, like, the Diviner's Hut says, draw 1 card for every assistant you have placed and take the first player token. Only 1 assistant can be placed there?
Yep.
So the first one that gets there. This is the what allows you to move around the first player and be the first one to decide where you put your workers, basically.
Let me do location anatomy real fast.
Sure.
Okay, so the number in the upper corner is used in the second half of the round. So that's all it tells me right now.
Okay.
We have the name and the effect type. The lightning bolt under the name means an instant effect, and it has a green banner. If it was a red banner and had a little like clock under it, it would mean delayed effect. We don't have any of those this round. Preparation instructions would have been in the upper right. Card area would have been also indicated by a box.
Okay.
Assistant spaces, 1 to 4 spaces that assistants can visit.
Yep.
So yeah, we were right there. Effect summary text tells you what it does.
And it looks like, see, this says 3 plus. I guess so. If you're playing a 2-player game, these won't be
you would only be able to use those 2. And then there's a little tiny icon up in the upper left. This means that you can use these locations in solo play.
Okay.
So
solo play.
Yeah, there's a solo play variant to this, which
My heart
I
can
think
only
is
take
kind
so
of
much
cool.
right
Jade really likes this game already. Okay.
I love this because I sell stuff without even trying. I'm like, sold.
Okay. So starting with the first player and going clockwise, players take turns placing 1 assistant at a time. On your turn, you place 1 of your available assistants in an unoccupied space on a location tile or on your library tile. So you see how your library has 3. The instant effect of that is written in the bottom there. Mine says draw 1 card or shelve a card.
Yeah,
I think that might be the same for everybody.
It's probably just a general effect that we all do. Shelve means to put it down here, probably to build your library.
Right. Okay. You may place either the standard assistant or your special assistant. For the most part, they function identically, and any game text that refers to assistant applies to both types. Your special assistant has an ability that is keyed to its token. Typically, it is activated when they are placed, though not always. The abilities of all the special assistants are explained fully in the library and special assistant glossary in this book. But they're also on your thing, so like...
I see what my guy does. He's a little destructive.
Okay.
So that only matters for this one, not for these.
Correct.
Yeah, the other 2, they're gnomes. They don't do anything. You just place them and get the abilities that are out here, but then like your special one does something. Okay, so the locations out here, draw 1 card for every assistant you have placed. Take the first player token. Starting with the active player and going clockwise, all players name 1 unique category for each of their assistants below. You reveal 4 cards from the deck, and the player whose category has the most matching books takes all of the matching cards.
It's gambling then, right? You go there to gamble.
You may shelve 1 per player below and discard the rest. Okay.
Oh.
Shift any number of adjacent cards in a single row of your library. So this is a rearrange. Discard an X number of cards. Then draw X plus 1. You may shelve 1 of the newly acquired cards. Okay.
Wait, can you read that one again?
This one? Shift any number of adjacent cards in a single row of your library, any number of spaces in one direction.
So if you had built this and all of a sudden you got a new card that was like, oh, this is out of place, you could rearrange it. Does that make sense?
Well, this is shifting any number of adjacent cards in a single row, any number of spaces. So it's actually like just, oh, I want to move these 2 over and then put that one in the middle or whatever. Okay. So we went over the anatomy here. If your location,
I understood that one.
Okay. So when you place your assistant, if the location you are visiting has an instant effect, you will activate it immediately following the effect summary text on the tile. Okay, so this is where things get interesting. Because this one is it's an immediate effect, but depending on when you place is how many cards you're going to get to shelve.
So, but the first time it's a sure bet for whoever goes there, right? Because they go, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but they're only gonna get to shelve one.
And then those are plus
but
the numbers.
Well, yeah, because like this just means
Number of
3
players.
and 4 players.
Oh.
But I mean, like if you place 4th, you get you have the highest matching number of books or whatever, you get to shelve 4 cards.
Right, but the catch is you're competing with other players that are already there, because every time somebody
Yeah.
goes there, we're doing it on a round of gambling.
Yeah. So very interesting. I like this. Okay. If the location has a delayed effect, you will activate it only in the second half of this round during the resolution phase. The effects of all locations are explained again in the glossary in the book. Okay. Placing on your library tile. Your library tile has 3 home actions spaces, which may only be visited by your assistants. When you place an assistant on the home action space, you can either draw a card from the deck or shelve a card from your hand. We already mentioned that. Resolution phase is next. So when players have no more assistants to place, the resolution phase begins. During the phase, you resolve all locations in numerical order, beginning with the Diviner's Hut. To resolve a location, follow these steps. If a location has a delayed effect, activate it now by following the effect summary on the tile. Discard any cards that remain on the location and return all assistants on the location to their players. Okay.
So you discard them.
Yes. So we're going to be going in numeric order. So if these had delayed effects, which they don't,
right.
But if they did, we would go Diviner's Hut, Wishing Well, Gambler's Den, Shelf Mason, because of the numbers.
It's just interesting that these locations, they're gone. You either play this round or you don't.
Right, they're going to go, and then new locations are going to,
Cool.
After all locations have been resolved, we go to the cleanup phase. Check to see which of the tiles below the town board is first in numerical order. Move it to the bottom half of the town board in the section labeled permanent locations. It will be available each subsequent round until the end of the game. At the end of the first round, the Diviner's Hut will be the first in numerical order, thus it will always be available.
Hang on. So they don't get discarded, they get shuffled down?
Only one. The one with the lowest numerical.
Oh.
So the Diviner's Hut is number 1. It'll go into permanent locations, which are on either end of the board. And then we will get rid of the other ones. Next, you place the remaining location tiles from this round aside, shuffle face up in a discard pile, shuffle the location deck.
Just so I have this in my head, the lowest one is the one that stays.
Yes.
And the other one. So we're going to add 1 permanent location every turn.
Yes, that is the idea.
No matter what, Diviner's
Diviner's
Hut is always going to be in play
because
in any game you play.
Yeah, I mean, they tell you to put it out during setup, so
when it's you need it because that's how you take control of the first player marker.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Remove any remaining assistants from their home spaces. Check to see if one or more players have required number of shelved cards on their bookshelf to trigger the final round. Okay.
Oh.
So we're playing with 4 players. The number of cards in anybody's library to trigger the end game is 12. So
okay. So when we get to 12 cards,
that's the final round. Yep.
Okay. I can do it.
Okay. If the final round has been triggered, you begin a new round as normal, but this will be the last round of the game. After the resolution phase, the player with the best handwriting is appointed the mayor's official inspector.
Not me.
Oh, look.
Okay.
Reading the rules.
So that we'll come to that when we come to that.
There will be some people I won't play this game with.
Oh man.
Okay.
This was just
this was an example card. Yeah, I'm
Shuffle
just
it
gonna
back in or
put it into one of these.
somewhere in the middle there. All right.
Okay, so I think the stuff on the board is just kind of a reminder
The score.
of scoring.
Yeah.
Yep. Otherwise, I think we are ready to play.
Dun
maybe?
dun dun. Did we
Sure.
determine who's going to be first player?
They said they didn't want to be, so it really was between you or me. So.
I mean, we want to play. We just want to go first.
Me, okay.
What a surprise.
What a surprise. Alright. I agree that the starting hand sucks. So
We'll go with that.
Will it get better?
So, do we want to go over our minions' special powers real quick, just so we know what's going on? My fire imp is a little naughty. He can discard 1 card from a location to perform 1 home action, so that lets me draw a card or shelve a card. Or I can discard all cards to perform 2 home actions.
Ooh.
So he's kind of cool. He sets stuff on fire, and I get to do stuff.
Oh,
fire.
That's interesting.
What's your guy?
May not visit the same location as an opponent. If an opponent visits the Sasquatch's location, you may treat it to place again on a later turn.
Oh, so you get to, if somebody decides, man, do I really want to give you an extra action? If we go to the location where the Sasquatch is, he's going to go hiding, because that's what Squatches do. And
that's
then
an interesting
mechanic.
But I can't, so I'll probably try to need to get the
Well, but you
first
can
person.
at the end spot, though.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wait, no, that's right. You can't visit where.
But my
no.
assistants can, though,
Your
right?
regular
Just
gnomes
my-
can.
Just
Yeah.
Your
dude.
Sasquatch has to go somewhere where nobody else is. Like if it came to your turn and nobody went to the gambling net, you could secure this gambling net to yourself, because we have to go. If we want to go there, we're gonna free up a spot for her. That's gonna come back to you. You get an extra action. We get the first player.
Yeah,
Right?
interesting.
I like this.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
I have the snowman. The other assistants may not visit the same location as the snowman.
It's another block.
Other assistants.
Your
She can't go.
other
We can't go where
assistants,
she
or-
goes.
Other assistants may not visit the same location as the snowman. So if I
Cold.
placed here,
Nobody else can go there.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. So the witch for me, when acquiring a banned book, I can reveal the top card of the deck and take that one instead.
That's kind of cool.
oh man,
So
That's kind of cool.
yeah. All right.
And is there more types of libraries that we haven't looked at?
Yes,
Okay,
everybody
awesome.
was dealt 2 at the beginning, but then there were
That's
extras
right,
still
that's
after
right.
that
Yeah.
too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, cool.
there's so
Yeah.
many.
So,
So there's some variety also in what your special
Yeah.
power will be.
And I want to point out real fast, just for everybody, you can play a simpler version of the game where you use the backside of these. The only action that your minions can do is to shelve. Yeah, we were like, we're gonna have more fun than that.
Yeah.
Go
This
with
is cooler.
cool ones.
What's
Way
this focus 2 times?
So
That's-
you're gonna get double your focus.
2 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
However
It's
many.
2 points per.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 points for every book.
Understood.
Focus. Okay. Where do I want to start here?
Beginning. At the gamblers then.
So what were the actions again that we can take?
So you gotta place your
No,
minions.
yeah. So
Oh, you want
that's
a reminder
Just
what
a
the...
sequence of play, real quick.
So everybody's going to place...
You place one, I place one.
Yep.
Okay.
And then when everybody runs out, that's when we go to the next phase.
Nah.
So,
First step is you gotta decide where you want to go.
I'm going to start at the wishing well, because that's the best place to start. Let me double check. It says discard X. I think I can choose any number, but just to be certain.
I can't read them. Like they're like what your action gets called.
that one
So
is,
over there, you're going to discard a certain number of cards
Right,
and
and
draw
then
a
you draw
certain number of
one
cards
plus.
+1.
Okay.
And then you get to shelve one of the
So
cards.
you know how everybody was complaining their card hands suck?
It's the best place to start, yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna get rid of a whole bunch of cards and hopefully draw new ones.
Yeah, this one lets you move any number of adjacent cards in a single row.
Yeah, but I haven't built a library yet, so that's not gonna be very popular.
Any number of spaces in one direction. The gambling one is reveal 4 cards, and the player whose category matches the most books, you get those cards.
So do we say a category or is it just?
Yeah, he would say a category.
Everybody
So
will say all players, even if you're not there. So it says starting with the active player and going clockwise, all players name a unique category for each of their assistants below. Oh, I guess no, it would just be
so it's whoever's there.
Yeah. So. Okay, I have 5 that I am discarding. I'm gonna draw 6.
Your hand really sucks.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. I mean, look, I had 2 banned books on my own. Okay. This is better-ish. Okay.
But it was a D.
So that was my first turn. So now you're gonna.
It only takes 1 point away if you have a banned book. Oh no, or it turns it over on the shelf.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's the problem because it can destroy your shelf stability and stuff like that. So I'm also gonna go here and be a jerk and take away you guys' ability to do
it doesn't turn it over on the shelf. The banned books.
It's just minus 1 point per
What turns it
book.
over on the
You
shelf?
lose 1 point for every banned book.
It turns over.
You'll be turned over if you're out of order alphabetically or numerically. So like if you have 2 H's but you have a 5 in front of a 3, for example, one of them gets flipped.
Oh,
Okay, so I will discard 2 because they had a combined total of -3 points on them.
Okay,
Because of the
so
banned
you're gonna
books.
take 3.
Take 3. And do I get to put one down? Is that part of the
Yes,
effect?
one of the newly acquired cards.
Okay, so... Oh, the alphabet. Shoot, now I gotta remember that.
Alphabet and numerical order.
So this seems like a fairly safe bet to start off with a Y. It's not the second one, but it's not horrible. So yes, we can cantrip. Yesterday never came. The yesteryear of yore. Okay, I got my first book down.
So it doesn't matter if we go A to Z or Z to. It doesn't matter as long as we have
You
ours.
you
Right.
have to
So it's
start.
just-
You have to.
Ages.
You can have 3 rows. So you want to start with A at the top and Z at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you decide.
But you have to place it orthogonally,
where,
right?
Yeah,
So-
your next
so
one has to be placed.
Since I don't have a very high letter, I decided to start with the lowest letter I have
Yeah,
in my
same.
thing because now I can put one. If I get a Z, I can put it here. If I get a W, I can put it here, and I can start building from there. Does that make sense? Now, keep in mind that it looks like there's stuff that allows you to rearrange it, but you might get stuck at a certain point in time.
Yeah, so you definitely want to go from A to Z if you can, but it's what, in 3x2s?
3. You can go as far as you
2
want
by
this
3s.
way, but 3 rows is all
Yeah.
you get. So
Rectangularly.
yeah, you have to have 2 on the bottom to start your rectangle.
Of scoring.
Yeah.
This is not clicking for me yet.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
okay.
about. See, that's about the
Sure
other
will.
game that I played the other time, Castell. I had a
my
huge.
God.
I could not get the spatial thing going in my
Oh,
head.
man.
Yeah.
It was a source of never-ending frustration
Mhm.
for me.
The game is
shall
still
not-
fresh.
Now, this one's at least cutesy enough, and I'm getting. There was something
Because
about
of
it,
that.
it was not clicking in my
Yeah.
head.
No, it's wordage.
Maybe or John Dumb. I mean, one of the two. So.
I'll go with the camera.
Okay.
Okay, so you took the Sasquatch.
So
Right.
name 1 category of books.
I'm gonna go the historical one.
Okay. So you can take, since there's nobody else there, all the cards that have historical on it. So you get these 2.
And you
And
can
you get the place
shelf one.
Not that.
Shelf 1.
It can be anywhere from your hand, so it doesn't have to be the 2 cards that you drew. You just acquired 2 new books.
Yeah. You may shelf 1 per player, which is you, and discard.
So another question would be, if we go there, what is the timing of it? Does she leave immediately and you get the first player spot, or
I'd
does she?
have to.
Yeah, you
read
get what I'm getting at?
her-
Yeah,
I see
no,
her here.
because her ability.
I mean, if an opponent visits suspect, you may retrieve it. You may retrieve it to place again on a later turn. So it's gonna stay there on a later turn. So when it comes back to your turn, you can just pick it. No.
Before they
Ooh.
activate any effects or abilities, you may choose to retrieve the Sasquatch. It may be placed again on a subsequent turn, but you choose before they activate the effects. So let me read your whole explanation. The Sasquatch may only visit locations where opposing assistants are not present. If an opposing assistant visits the same location as the Sasquatch, before they activate any effects or abilities, you may choose to retrieve the Sasquatch and it may then be placed again on a subsequent turn.
Okay, but for like
So-
this one, I'd want to
No.
leave him there to be able to still get to the
You,
gambling.
what you're,
guys.
so
Yeah.
you're good, yeah, and you have to decide. But if like a third person goes here, you go, you know what? I'm gonna go again because now I'm gonna reorganize my library. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably you want to wait till that gets filled up, but you might run into the risk that we might not go there. Right.
Her snowman only works on instant effect locations, by the way. So it says, as long as a snowman is on an assistant space in a location with an instant effect, no more assistants may visit that location.
Which currently is all of them.
Well, yes, but I'm saying that for future references, it's only the instant effect one.
Okay, well that's...
Hey, it's your
Frosty.
Piece. And keep in mind, you still have these over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you run out of, like, I don't want to go there, I don't want to go there, you can still do these.
Yeah. Okie doke. I want to put myself in the Diviner's Den.
Diviner's Den. You get the first player marker.
Yeah.
You draw one card. I can't read upside down.
Yeah, you draw one card for every assistant you have placed, which is only one, and take the first player token.
Okay. I don't get a shelf, right?
Yes. What?
I don't get a shelf on that one.
No, does not say anything about shelving.
That's egg salad.
Egg salad. Okay. Do you want to take your Sasquatch back?
So if I stay there, though, I get a name and category and then get the cards out.
You get a chance to. It's whoever.
So if she goes spells and you go corrupted codices or whatever the heck those are, whatever comes up the most, that person's gonna get.
Got it.
The player whose category has the most matching books. It's to take that. So the two of us, huh?
I'll stay for now. I'm gonna say. Do I say first or you?
Doesn't starting with the active player. Okay, so me. I'm gonna say fantastical fictions.
I will say the monster one.
Monster one. Oh.
Holy, yeah.
Yeah. So you get to take all these.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Enjoy that.
There's no hand limit.
Nope.
Okay.
And you may shelve.
Right, keep in mind these don't count.
You may shelve one per player.
You shelve two. Okay.
But
they have to go here, here, here. Like they have to be, you know.
Yeah,
in a plus pattern right now for me.
Yeah, they have to build off that card. They can't go.
Yeah, because you can go under and.
Hold up. So I think I gave her. How many cards did I give you? Three. I think you would get to shelve two, and then the other one gets discarded. If I'm reading this correctly, let me read the. Let me read the explanation in here. But
I'm not positive exactly which ones you gave me.
Discard the one that was not good for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure which ones you gave me. Oh wait.
Discard the one you like the least.
Of my whole entire hand. That
well,
not fair.
I get it, but I mean, I'm not stressed about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
active
player, the one that you gave me. I think
player whose name category revealed the most books takes the revealed cards with matching books. Discard any remaining revealed cards. We may shelve one of the cards they took for every player. Okay.
Sounds like she puts in her hand.
Or there are 4 fantastic collections. 6 persons. Scott wins. Takes all the revealed cards. You may shelve 3 of the cards he took since there are 3 players. If there had been one less spells and potion book, we will tie. No, I think you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't discard?
You shelve as many as there are players?
Yep.
Yeah, so 2.
So out of your hand, you can put down 2 in your library now. And can she do that? Even though she doesn't have the support, she can,
yeah,
right?
she can. It just means it won't give you the points at the end.
Unless you place one underneath that one. Yeah. Yep. Cool beans.
I mean, she'll still get points for those books. They just can't be points for the shelf stability, if that makes any sense.
Now, this takes effect.
Not yet, though. But I mean, I have time to start.
Okay.
We're still... So I just placed it's John's turn. It's just not until
you don't get
back.
to.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
Why not? Let's make a big pile.
You still get a chance to take your Sasquatch back if you want.
It's a gamble.
I'll stay.
Okay, John gets to name a category first.
Since we know it's worth points, let's do fantastical fictions.
Okay.
I'll go with the reference one, the blue one.
Okay. And then I'll do historical, whatever, the yellow one. And our 4 cards are... let's see, we got 5 of the fantastical ones, but there's also 5 of the other ones. So let me see the case of a tie.
You were like, yes.
Gimme.
It did say in case of a tie in here. So, in case of a tie between the active player and any other players, the active player will win.
I almost got one.
That's
good
ridiculous.
stuff again.
I know, you're like, I'm just going to win everything.
Right?
3.
I'm not getting. Let it roll.
So shelf 3, you say, huh? That seemed logical. And then this, while not perfect, seems good. Okay, there's my bottom row of my bookshelf. So that was worthwhile.
I think I know where the rest of mine are going.
Should I just draw or sleeve a card? Shell a card?
You can if you want.
There's 1 spot left in the gambling den. I don't think anybody needs the Shelf Masons Guild yet.
Not yet.
You know, up to you which one you want to do.
Because I'll have 2 people there. Do I get to like pick together?
No. But you'll get to shelve 4 if you win.
No.
Do you want to do that this early in the game? Is the question.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
I don't
possible.
know your hand.
But if I wait and leave it open and she goes there, when
Right,
you get
she-
there, then
yeah.
I still get another.
Yeah.
That's true.
These book
So,
titles are amazing.
do you want to draw a guaranteed card,
Mhm.
or shelve a card, or do you want to
The ancient ones are tons of
gamble?
fun.
Dungeon decorating for dummies. I can't stop reading these.
Unnoticed notes from notable notaries.
So this one is still one of the best. The Incomplete Guide to
For whom the
Procrastination.
bell trolls.
Love this.
I'll draw
Okay, draw a card. Do you care which? Rules for writing rule books.
I want to go there.
Believe it or not, that would be a useful tool for certain game designers.
Not this
but-
one.
No, this is
good.
actually good. I mean, and I don't mean to bag.
Okay,
It's-
so you get to name the category first.
I want the blue one.
I am
Okay.
sure it's surprisingly difficult to write those.
I think I'll stick with the historical one.
Hmm.
Maybe. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
doesn't it go in order?
This way.
Clockwise.
Oh, clockwise.
She
Oh,
placed.
did you want to take it back? Your Sasquatch is what I probably should have asked.
Oh, yeah, nope.
You're going to stay for another round of gambling.
Oh, but if I. Yeah, yep, I'm
Well,
sorry.
if you have
Stay.
something better to do with him, you could.
Yeah.
Or you can go in there and do another round of gambling.
Yeah.
What was picked so far?
I had picked the blue books or the
And I
blue
picked the historical
thing.
one.
references.
Yellow.
What the hey? I'm going to go for the fantastical fictions again.
Okay.
It was good last time.
I'll go for the wizard, the purple.
Okay, we got. Dang. Yep, fantastical fictions. 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6.
the book is mine!
yeah,
Now I got a problem though, because now I got to put down a whole bunch of books. And
now you get to shelf 4.
shelf 4.
This game may end a lot quicker than I thought.
Should have gone with my gut and taken the fantastic.
I wanted that one.
I know. I was like,
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta take a moment to organize these
No
cards.
problem.
Because this is actually getting scary now. I'm gonna put that stuff.
like the bestiary, scary.
Bestiary, yes. As Paizo likes to call it.
Yes.
Bestiary. Well, let's go down and start building up. Is that a bad move, Jim? Because you can only go 3 high, right?
Yeah, 3 high, but as many as you want this way.
Let's do this. And it's 12?
12.
Is our-
so,
is our-
yeah. to end the game.
Let's do that. Let's build a broader base. Okie dokie, I'm done.
Okay, that was Jade's turn.
Yep.
So
Oh no, I
I'm
let a
going
negative
to-
point, 2 negative points slip through. I didn't even see that. Hopefully made up for it by the
I
kills.
think you'll be fine.
I think so. Close our
Shelf. Snowflakes, a complete pictorial reference.
Oh, 2 alike.
Okay, that was mine. You have one more there, John.
Yeah, so I could go to the guild and rearrange. Everything else is full, so I think I'm going to shelve another card because I
Good
got
choice.
nothing better to do.
I'll shelf as well.
I am gonna draw.
All right. Anybody have any minions left? No.
Resolution.
Okay, so so now we are going to take the diviner set. Everybody gets their minions back.
I think I
Minions
have.
back.
Oh, yep.
Minions back. Minions back. Minions back. Minions back. And we are going to.
This is cute.
I know it's
We don't
just
have
one
any
round,
delayed
but like
effects,
super
so we're
round,
gonna
super
run
like this game.
cleanup.
Yeah.
Diviner's hut is
Okay,
going
so
to come
Diviner's
in permanent
hut goes over
location.
there.
They had me at the super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I like the gameplay too.
It's good, yeah, that there's some solid gameplay going on because I mean the variability of the locations and the special actions for each location. The gambling was interesting.
I like
I mean,
that.
I just
That was
rocked
fun.
it by pure accident, but I'm like, okay.
4, right?
Yeah. The permanent locations do not count towards the number of location tiles dealt below the town board at the start of each preparation phase. So yeah.
4.
4. Yard sale. Donation center. Book collector.
Tax collector.
And the tax collector.
This doesn't look like fun.
All
Okay.
instant effects again. Okay, yard sale. Reveal any number of cards from your hand in turn order. Each opponent may take or shelve one of your revealed cards, or pass and continue until all revealed cards are gone or all opponents have passed. For each of your revealed cards taken or shelved by an opponent, draw 2 cards, then shelve any 1 card from your hand. For each revealed card.
Wow. So you're gonna put
Take
down
it.
1 for each one that they take from you.
Yep, and
Out of
you
a
get to
choice
draw
of
2.
Oh,
That's
man.
interesting.
Okay. Donation center. Discard 1 or more cards, then shelve up to 2 cards from your hand. Okay. Book collector. Discard any number of cards from your hand or library. For every 2 books discarded that match one of the book collector's categories, draw a card from the deck. You may shelve up to 2 of the cards you draw. So he gets a card. So for every 2 books that you discard that match one of the book categories that he has, draw a card from the deck. You may shelve up to 2 of the cards drawn. Okay.
That card was a good one for it. It gave some variety. I mean, it
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for example, right, if you were trying to get rid of your your corrupted codexes,
Yeah.
you could go there and get a benefit by discarding those cards.
Interesting.
Okay, tax collector. In turn order, each opponent must discard 1 card to this location. You may discard X cards to take X cards from the location. You may shelve any or all of the newly acquired cards. Whoa.
In turn order, each opponent must discard 1 card to this location. You may discard X cards to take X cards from this location.
You may shelve any or all of the newly acquired cards.
Other people's job.
Wow.
Can I read the yard sale one?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes.
No, it's okay.
Thanks.
I need to look at when you're done looking at the donation center.
You don't look at the other.
Well, she was reading it.
Oh, no,
No.
I was gonna.
Discard 1 or more cards and shove up the 2 cards from. All right, well, easy, you know.
Shelve 2.
Ketchup's many magical applications.
Oh. Did anyone else say anything?
And well, that one's bad for that.
You may shelve or.
That needs to go down for sure. That needs
That is a
Each of
super
your
good
reveal
card.
cards taken or shelved, you may draw 2 and then shelve them.
Okay.
Interesting. Did you need one?
No, I'm good with that one. I don't think I'm gonna go to the yard sale. That confused
Okay.
the pants off of me. I'll wait.
Choices.
That tax collector, though.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
So, I mean, oh, so it's like, well, I mean, being the first one there kind of just
Sucks.
stinks.
Yeah.
The tax collector, everybody has to. It says in turn order each opponent. It doesn't say
Yep.
you have to have a thing there.
Oh, okay, that makes more
So,
sense.
but
I'm like,
when-
who's gonna like start off kind of just
no.
discarding
yeah.
junk but not getting anything for it? Okay, that makes I get it then.
Yeah. First, in turn order, each opponent must discard 1 card from their hand or library faced up to the tax collector card area. Yep. So everybody has to.
Oh, and then you discard and then take
Yep.
X amount of cards from that location.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start off at the book collector. And for
I really like this game.
Yeah.
for every 2 books discarded that
It's
matches.
just the right amount of complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one that I don't know if I'd call it a gateway one yet, but because there's a lot of choices that would, oh, so you blocked that one off. Interesting.
I did. I'm going to discard these 2 cards. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What
7.
did you do, woman?
No, wait, hold on.
For every 2 books.
For every 2 books that you discard that match a book in the collector. So 2,
Right.
that's 1.
So I
Right.
can get-
Then you have 2 monsters, that's the second one. Then you have 2 magic, that's the third one.
Right.
So
Draw
3.
1 card from the deck.
Draw 3 cards from the deck, and you may shelve up to 2 of those cards that you draw.
Yeah, start building a library there, Jay.
She has an idea in hand. She's like gonna keep them all in and then work on that last.
I can shelve.
You may shelve up to 2 cards drawn.
Okay, how's the tax collector work again?
So you're gonna place some in there.
Yep.
Everybody's gonna have to discard a card to there, and you can discard as many cards as you like from your hand to pick up any number of those cards. But everybody is forced to discard that.
Yeah.
Everybody. That's the part I didn't get at first, and I was like,
yeah,
silly.
Why did you go there for nothing? That's stupid. I guess I'm gonna have to keep moving this down. Hocus pocus for better focus.
that's adorbs.
I could sit here and just read all the.
Yeah, I know. It's like the first game. You're just gonna.
Okay, so you've gone and it's my turn.
Yep.
Like zombies, undead, and overdone. Because they are unpredictable.
I'm going to discard a card to shelve 2 cards from my hand.
Oh, rotten things to do, rotten things to say, rotten things to think.
Judging books by their covers.
There.
Okay, so let's try this tax collector dude. Gonna go over here. And then I can choose to discard some cards to pick up cards, right?
To pick up the cards that we are going to
So
discard.
we have to discard first.
So in turn order, each opponent must discard a card to this location. Jade is technically first player, so you must discard a card.
Absolutely. I will.
Oh, so he does at least get a wait to decide, like, you know.
Mhm.
Got it.
Is there anything in there good for me?
And then
The
one
F.
from Steph.
Okay. 1 second.
Of course, I knew that you guys discarded some stuff that was banned for sure. So, still don't make a lot of sense.
Every cave has a silver lining.
So what's out
Silver
there?
lining. Yeah.
B, F, and B.
B. B what?
B6 out of 10.
B6.
F3 and
V1.
You son of a
Okay, so I will discard.
That was good.
Some of my battles.
I will discard these 2 cards to retrieve 2 cards from there. I think these 2 seemed auspicious, even though they have the band and stuff. on there.
Auspicious.
So let's just go discard.
Do they?
Yeah. He discards 2 cards to pick up cards.
And then I don't shelve anything, right?
You
You
may
may
shelve
shelve
any or all
any
the
or
newly
all
acquired
of the
cards.
The ones that I've acquired.
that you acquired.
You may. You don't have to.
Yeah, what did I acquire? B and an F. Here they are.
A best friend. I'm gonna go home and then go back to sleep.
That might be a good call. Too.
What was my? Oh. Oops.
Love potions and soothing lotions.
Risky.
Dad chokes a desk reference.
I put 1 down out of the ones that I drew.
So if I go to Diviners, I get the first player, but what else do I get to do?
You draw a card for every assistant that you have already placed. So if you wait to do it towards the end, you can draw more cards.
But you
So
also
somebody
have
else
someone
might
else.
take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you put me on the Diviners?
You can have that little orb thing.
So you draw 1 card still for placing 1.
If there's ever a preference of whichever deck you guys want to pull out from.
No problem. Thanks.
I believe it's my turn.
I do believe so.
Other assistants, does that include my own?
Yeah. Other assistants.
Yeah, Jade.
Yeah.
You're doing okay there. Just maybe sleep was a better option this morning.
It should have been, but okay, I'm gonna this here.
All opponents in turn order.
Discard a card, you say, huh?
Hmm. 10.
Incorrect maps and inaccurate atlases.
Useful. Somewhere, we're sure.
An incomplete guide to procrastination.
That one's getting me. Like, I really like
That's the
that
best
one.
thing ever. And ineffective elixirs. This little thing is all bad. Pets you might regret. Love this. So cute.
Yeah, I'm gonna discard 2 actually
2 to take 2.
to pick up. And I can place them, which I think I will.
Seeing as I am out of cards.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
I will go here. Burn these.
Burn these ones.
Yeah. So actually, is the effect happen first? I think everybody
think you
discards a
happen.
card.
Yep. No, wait. You're.
You
I
happen
think
first.
It's precedence, I think. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hodor.
It's just a matter, are the cards left there?
I'm glad
or-
you got that one.
Well, I know. I have to read two different sections. Hold on. I have to read on your assistant and then.
That was such a sad
Okay.
episode.
know.
When the
I
fire
cried.
imp visits a location with one or more cards in its card area prior to activating any effects, you may either discard one card from the location card to perform a home action, or discard all the cards to perform two home actions.
Right. So does that happen now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
you
So
choose
discard
it
all the cards.
before-
I'm gonna do 2 home actions.
Okay.
I'm going to put down.
Oh, you're making us discard 2 of our cards?
No.
No.
He burned the 2 cards that were here. Now he gets to either shelve 2
Oh.
or draw
I'm
2.
gonna shelve 1 and draw 1.
Okay.
And now we have to discard.
And now we all have to discard a card.
I don't like this getting rid of my cards.
My hand is empty as well.
Well, yeah, mine's not empty though. You're just gonna say you're out of luck.
Damn it. Poop.
Stop. Go to the tax collector.
That's the one I should have put on.
Right?
It would have saved all of us. Ooh.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't have a lot of good options, people.
But you gave
Oh.
John very good options.
But can I take that? No.
Oh yeah, because now I can discard and collect from there.
You
Can
can.
I need things to make my roads.
Oh, I also gave you a good option.
they give me a very
Yeah,
good
we've
option.
given
Can
good
I see the
options.
number on that S?
The number is, I believe, 3.
3.
I was going to say
That's
one.
actually a very good option.
I
Thank you.
see.
Yeah, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
So my turn now.
I did not pay attention.
You
you
are
can discard.
still. Yeah, you may discard.
Yeah, I think I want 1 card from there.
At least
I
mine
forget
wouldn't
which
go in this
card it is.
order.
And I think this card
would,
needs to go.
Because he has W's.
No, but he can't place
No,
it.
but watch. I take the S.
Okay.
Give me the S.
Yes.
And I place the S right here. And now I've built the ability to put some more cards and go further. Because the problem, I hadn't calculated, it's 12 cards. I was like, oh, 1 more row and I win. No, John, it's 4 rows. You're an idiot unless you start expanding down here. So that's where I'm at right now. I need to widen this so I can build the library on top of it.
I hate how well he's gotten this game.
I
and
know.
has
Oh,
his-
but see, this is where I got
Castella, that's
screwed
why.
up on Castellan. Right now I'm like, damn it, no, I will get 1 special game down.
You were getting it down,
Alright,
Yeah.
Steph, it's your turn to place a minion.
so. Oh, you still have 2. Oh.
Well, yard sale, I have to give up stuff for you people too.
But then you get
But then
2
you
cards
get
for
to
everyone
take,
we take.
Yeah, you need to take cards for everyone.
And I got to use my minion special ability. That was cool.
Oh no, that was a really good turn.
I wasn't complaining about it. Yeah, it was pretty good. All in all. Really?
It's 12 card rectangle, right? Or 12 cards total in your
No, it's
12
the
cards
so
total in your
Right.
library triggers
So now,
the final round.
the little rectangle bonus. It's got to be at least 3. Does that make sense?
2 by
So-
yeah.
2.
yeah.
Has to be at least 2.
2. So I'm building
Oh.
to that 2 is what I'm
I
trying
guess
to
it could
do.
go this way too. I don't know why I was just like only vertical works.
I picked one way that worked for me until I was like, oh, 3 rows of 3 cards, John, is only 9. Freaking math, man.
Oh my god.
I need an extra row. I mean, an extra column.
Oh man. I mean, or you could do your home button, your home spaces, not home button.
This is not an Xbox.
I would like the tax collector button, please.
That was an interesting.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to build up so I could do
Yeah.
some actions. But it's kind of cool that there's still cards. In
Well,
this case, nobody else can go there, but yeah. So what's gonna stay 4. The donation center is gonna remain.
Yard sale.
Yes.
All right. So
Okay,
what are we doing?
she reveals any number of cards from her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I put them over here?
And just we'll put them like right here.
Okay.
Okay. In turn order. So starting with Jade, each opponent may
I
take
probably screwed up.
may take well,
You can change it if you want.
may
Oh, no.
take or shelve one of the revealed cards or pass. We continue until all the revealed cards are
Oh,
gone
yeah,
or
I
all
see.
opponents have passed.
I know, you're trying
Then
to
for
keep
each
track
of the
of your
cards that
own.
have been taken, she'll get to take 2 cards and may then shelve any card from her hand.
Any card from my hand?
Yeah.
Just one?
Well, it'll be for each one that was taken.
So,
obviously.
so now you're gonna draw 2 cards because
Yep.
she bought one of your books,
And then-
that's your payment.
So you're gonna draw 2 and shelve 1. Any
Is
card.
it for my hand though too? so I can-
Anything.
It's
from
not
your
at the end, so then
Well,
when
then
it goes
she
to
can
you.
do it.
taken.
Oh,
I'm definitely
So I
gonna
can
take
wait?
this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna keep this one in my.
I got nothing to buy from you, and I didn't want anything you were offering. So, pshaw,
You've
go
already
get
got
it.
my good stuff in the tax collector.
So now
I
you
didn't
can
get it.
shelve
Well,
2.
yeah, actually, no, I took it.
and then she gets shelf
She
too.
gets to shelve 2
Okay.
because it's
That's
shelve.
actually
It's
a
1
cool
for
mechanic.
each card that's taken.
I just like how they made all these locations make sense, what they do.
And they're so well thought out. Oh my
Mhm.
god.
I wonder how long this game was playtested. 'Cause
I'm wondering
Would
if
be a
John
lot.
has any in the
Sorry for
store.
the guy that had to come up with all the book names. There was 500 and something.
yeah,
It's not just from
510
one
or
person, and
something
they
like
have
that.
probably
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah, but still.
entourage.
It's adorbs. I love it.
So,
You
yeah,
have to reserve one.
yeah.
'Cause I should
I
be
see
getting
what
my
I
taxes
need,
this week
I don't know if I can do it.
and some other money.
Oh, that was a. So, yeah, I need 2 potential letters. I holds myself here.
Oh, he only needs 2 more books.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4 more books.
No, you need 2 more
12
You only have
total.
to-
to,
12.
to trigger the end game.
Hell, Matt.
I've been
Okay.
book counting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not illegal. Right?
Needs-
Okay.
Okay, so that was Steph, Jade, place your.
Great. I'm gonna go here and I am going to shelf a card.
Okay. I'm going to place and draw card. Okay. That's me.
Oh, darn it! I just grabbed my wrong card. Like, I was looking at the wrong number when I put it down.
I put down the right one.
I
yeah,
have the
thank
right
you.
one. It's okay.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, John.
This isn't competitive.
Your last.
You're
That's
fine.
true.
Yeah, it's competitive, but we're not like.
Oh, yeah.
You're not touching anymore. It's not your turn.
You took your hand off the piece. You're done. Well, not a lot left out there. There's that book collector thing again. What does that do?
You can't go there.
Can't go there.
Oh, the snowman.
Snowman.
So really,
She frosted it out.
you frost.
I
you
did.
frosted, you frost. So
Like a good Wendy's Frosty.
yeah, we're just gonna put this down.
Do you have 2 things that you want to put down? Because if you went to the donation center, you could discard a card and shelf 2. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there because you're close to ending. That's why I was like.
Why are you
Why
doing
would you
that?
do that?
Yeah.
I have
Well,
another
no,
card I need
I
to
did
put
not
down.
see that. I
We
did
have
not,
ample time.
I did not see that, so that was my fault. That's okay. But thank you for the
Yeah.
helpful advice. No, I'll just put one down.
Do you have anywhere to be?
Yeah, I'm trying
No.
to wreck it for other people.
I
don't even have, like, a
but
full-
winning over there.
I think I
that's
have
all.
plenty of time still for what I'm
We
supposed
do.
to do.
You're
so.
just
I
getting
checked.
close to winning. So okay.
Oh, actually, I
turn?
got it right.
Yes,
An
your
article for the
turn.
Wizards
We
website.
can't even score.
I know. We can. We just won't score a lot.
It's a.
What is
No,
your
no,
library?
that's for the.
It is
okay.
a magical library.
It is built on hopes and dreams.
built
That
on
bottom
a-
layer is supported by all of hopes and dreams.
by frozen fish.
Yes, by frozen.
I'll get the
It's great
bonus
during the
that
winter.
way.
Come
Yes,
spring,
you
we
get
might
the
have to do
bonus.
some rearranging.
You know, we might have to replace some of the shelving.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So I'm out.
So everybody's placed their final
Yes.
one. Everybody's good. All right.
Clean up.
So clean up. Everybody take
Because
your
there's no reservation.
5, 6,
cute
7,
things
8,
back.
9, 10. See, I'm still counting. I needed 3. Where do you guys see? Isn't it 12?
It's 12
Total.
You have
In your
10.
library.
that's 5 on the bottom row.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh,
6,
yeah.
7, 8.
Pusha! I thought it was 4.
You'll get the spatial thing
You
down.
have 11. Okay, lowest number is 4, so the donation center is going.
If you wanna
into
give me-
permanent.
Let's see what kind of goodies you reveal this turn.
Mystery Shack,
Does it creak?
local draft house, librarian's
man.
lodge, and
the
bookseller. Okay, Mystery Shack. It says deal 4 face down. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and this is
4.
our first.
Yeah, delayed thing. Okay, the Mystery Shack. Name a category, then peek at the mystery cards. Reveal and take any or all cards that match the category. Return the remaining cards face down. You may shelve one of your newly acquired cards.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Draft House. The player on space 1 below will reveal 2 cards from the deck for every assistant at this location. In the order below, each player takes 1 card until none remain.
Whoa,
So
what's going
cool.
on?
You draft.
Oh, okay.
It's drafting, yeah. Any and all drafted cards may be shelved. So the player who's on the first space
Gets
at the
his
end, it's at the end of the round,
Oh, okay.
will reveal 2 cards from the deck for every number of persons there are there.
Oh, that's cool.
In the order below, each player will take 1 card until none remain, and all drafted cards may be shelved. Okay. Librarian's Lodge. You may perform the following actions once in each turn order. You may perform the following actions once each in any order. There's only 2 actions. Move one of your previously placed assistants from a location to one of your home action spaces and activate it. Or swap 1 card from your library with any card in your hand, another card in your library, or any allowed position in your library. Bookseller. Take a card from this location. You may shelve it. Deal 4. They can be face up with the icons showing.
Okay.
You take 1 from that location.
Yeah, you take 1 card from this location and shelve it.
Do you have to shelve it? Okay, so you see what
You
did.
may
Okay.
shelve it. You don't have to shelve it. You may shelve it.
Oh.
So for the drafting one, what's the first player get? Like they get to see the draft first, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
they get
Yeah.
to see the draft first, and then they'll go.
So
round
if
and
4
round.
people are there, there'll be, what, 8 cards?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they can be immediately shelved after you take them, so that's kind of cool.
Nothing useful for me there, is there? Nope.
So, and there's probably going to be 1 more round after
Yeah.
this, because it will trigger the end round with.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we can see. It's not like it ends it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
No,
We
I
get
think-
1 more round, 1 more whole.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end this, and then we'll see what better jockeying for positions we end up with.
Not
Yeah.
very. I guess I should build the bottom of my library.
You are
I'm first.
first. Okay, so I'm last.
Because that one's delayed, so it'd be stupid to put him there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go in the draft house.
Okay. Jade.
Yup.
Y'all.
Actually. That's okay.
I like this one. It's cute.
Okay.
Strangler things.
Strangler. Tax Codex 671442221B. Tax Evasion 101.
I'm gonna go to the Mystery Shack. I'm gonna take magic, the purple category. Oh, goody.
I get all of them. Oh.
Okay,
Nice.
I may shelve one of my newly acquired cards.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Burn those.
All of them?
Oh,
Yep.
that's so sad.
Not for John.
Where could he use that egg?
No, we do. Well, good move. Like I'm gonna end up with a negative score.
Hey, not a good feeling to have. I guess, isn't it?
It's not. I was expecting a little bit returns.
So if I go a couple of times to the draft house, I just get. Do I get more drafts out of it or no? Just
You get more picks.
I do get more
Yes,
picks.
you
Right,
get more
that makes
picks
sense.
because it goes in turn order
Yeah.
below. Each player will take one card until none remain.
And librarians launch.
2 possible actions.
You actually get to do both, but you
in
choose
any
which order.
Yeah.
So swap a card from your library with a card in your hand, or another card in your library, or move it to an allowed position in your library. And then the other action is to move one of your previously placed assistants from a location to one of your home action spaces and use it.
So, run this by me again. What's the first action? Move.
Move one of your previously placed assistants onto your home space and activate it. Then the other action is to swap a card from your library with any card in your hand, another card in the library, or to any allowed position in the library.
So you could swap it to an empty spot, provided it was allowed.
Yep.
Excellent. Unless you guys get to it before. Maybe.
I know. And so, do we have one more round after this, or no more?
It's going to be one more round, because at the end of this round, he's going to trigger the final round.
And
we
then
get
we do
one
one
more
more.
round, and then it's scoring.
So you get a chance to prop up any leaning bookshelves.
Mhm.
Just
Are you
Just-
Is that a hint?
Over there. Yeah.
running out of cards is the real problem here.
Yeah.
So if I go there, I'm just blocking somebody because then I can just do an action from here. Like if I don't
No,
want
you
to
can
switch
still,
something
you
out.
can still. Well, if you don't want to do, so that's sort of your call. Is it more vital to block me from moving a piece from my library? Because I'm obviously in the lead right now, right? The answer is yes, Joe.
And then so I can just place a card or draw a card, right?
Well, you have to move this assistant, because you have to take this one and
Yeah.
put it up there. That's basically what
I
it's
see.
saying. So if you don't want to do that, just say so.
The advantage for you doing it is you still get that piece back when somebody else goes over there, but then you free up the spot again, so you're not really blocking much of it.
I was trying to get multiple ones here, but I don't want to take my draft out yet. So
Yeah.
let's see.
Well, if you want to secure a spot on the draft, you can do that too. I mean, that's not.
Okay.
Or you can go to the mystery shack and try to acquire some cards that may be useful.
Yeah, I'll
Because you
try.
burned out the bookseller.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
fault. I can't.
You can't control yourself.
My DM, but I can control my.
What card? What card did you say there?
I said purple.
May I
is
say
what
blue?
took.
You get to keep.
Nothing.
Purple done, blue done. Roger will go. Shelby.
Right.
No, Jade.
Yep.
Sorry. We're not gonna let you go.
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna go here.
All right. Rearrange some bookshelves.
Yeah, I need to.
So, which piece are you taking back? This guy?
I am taking back this guy
Okay.
to go here. I'm going to shelf a card, which is going to be this one, and then I'm going to swap these 2 spots.
Cool. I'm coming to meet you. I'm gonna take this one, go here. Actually, I think I'm gonna do the other action first. I'm gonna swap this card with a different card in my hand. Then I'm gonna shelve that card.
Nice.
Thus just fixing.
It's your turn. You have the Diviner's Hut and the Donation Center. That's not.
I will do so now. This is not like one of those obnoxious ones.
Can you put me in the draft house? And I'm gonna freeze it so no one else can place there.
I'm telling you.
Unfortunately, it's the only one I had to play. Oh,
Yeah, we completely
We have to
forgot
draw
about those,
one
didn't we?
card for every assistant I have placed, which is 3.
Good job.
And
That's it.
first, okay.
Right, what did the donation center do again?
You discard 1 card to shelve 2.
Shelf two. Okay,
Mhm.
not ideal when you have 2 cards in. Can't go to the draft house.
No.
I can go to the mystery shack. And gamble that I'll get something. So purple went, blue went.
Mm-hmm.
What was purple again? Magical?
The magic one.
Okay.
Spells and
Blue was
potions.
the reference.
Let's gamble that Fantastical Fictions is there. Nope, it is not.
I think that's all of us.
That's it. I was
So then
nope,
we
nope,
do-
nope. She still has
No,
Oh,
she's
no.
done. That's on the home space.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
now we
I
do
think
the
it's
resolution.
The final round has been triggered.
But we do resolution first.
Yeah, the final round has been triggered. Begin a new round as normal, but this will be the last round of the game. After the resolution phase, the player with the best handwriting will be appointed the mayor's inspector. Okay.
Is that the door?
Okay, so
Yeah, well,
yep, you
that's
guys
fine.
get to do your draft. So
it's-
you're going to the first player on space 1 reveals 2 cards for every assistant on the location, so it'll be 6.
That's a lot of cards, actually.
So you get to look at them and take 1, and then it'll be John, and then Jade, and then
See,
You'll
there's the
each
part
get
where she
2.
goes, she takes something that...
She needs, or that would help you.
Yep.
yeah.
Hate draft.
Hate
It's a
draft.
thing.
It is.
What do I need?
I
can
just
think
get
of a couple of things. Lower. Yeah, okay. I see what I could
And the
potentially
art.
need.
It's so pretty. This game is just great.
Yeah, no. Two thumbs up, definitely.
Did my taxes come in?
Yeah, it just I'm still
Did I
the
get
only thing
paid
I'm trying to
today?
make up my mind is how beginner friendly it is. Because I mean, it's not Ticket to Ride, right? I mean, you get
No.
so, but it is. I feel like after you play it, I don't know. I kind of feel like if it's a brand new player, he won't get it right off the bat, and then
Yeah.
kind of maybe get frustrated at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's an intermediate player, like most of us here, or you know, I mean, okay, so we're advanced players, but you get what I'm getting, right? I mean, this was easy enough to understand, and to kind of,
I think
even
what
though I keep messing up, I'm still able to like fix things.
Yeah,
right?
that's the thing is I like that there's a component in there where you're still able to fix
Yeah.
problems. Like
Because that was.
Castellan, not that way, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you. Thank you. I need it.
There's a lot of good cards in there to be fair.
There is.
And
No,
then
there
I
was
can't
nothing
really
you
block
could have done.
everything.
So between these two, which one do I want? It doesn't matter because both of them are the same amount.
Do we
of
get to
points.
shelf them or do they go in our hands?
You get to shelf them on drafted cards only, maybe shelved, not anything from your
So
hand.
really, it doesn't matter which one of these two. So then, who else is there? You. So what do I hate draft you on? Because between these two doesn't matter.
Z
I don't. That requires.
and Y.
No, you're not gonna get that. So I don't hate draft. See, I'm a nice guy. Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah,
hard.
I mean, I just can't handle a Z in here. Like,
I know. Oh, man.
No space.
Oh, you know what I didn't consider at all? And now that I see it, I think I actually just did it. The variety, to make sure you had one of everything at least to
You've
get
got
that
a lot
extra
of
point.
fantastical though, so you'll get the first for that unless somebody can.
I potentially, yeah. That was pure luck twice there. That they just, I was like, okay, I'll just take these. Thank you.
This is a really tough choice.
Don't forget your secret and your...
Yeah, I apparently abandoned that. Went for as many.
Hey, it's not like it's not worth 2 points per icon, you know what I mean?
That was a hard decision too. Of like, do I go? Do we keep going? We get
Yeah.
to get in.
Yeah, you take it until
Until there's nothing left.
This changes my thought.
I just get the leftover.
Well, darn it! I should have put something somewhere else.
That's okay. It was, if it's still there, I mean, there was only 2 real choices for me. There's only so much hate drafting you can do, and there's I pass them this and I pass them this.
Yeah.
I really like the fact that each location is unique, does some different stuff.
And I mean, there's still so much more.
Well, we're gonna have one more round, so there's only gonna be a few that we're not gonna
Oh.
get to see. And it did say that when you run out, you shuffle that pile and it goes again. So
Yeah,
Yep.
I've shelved all of
You
mine.
almost have a stable library. You just need one more hole for it.
Yeah.
I do not have a stable library.
No.
As
Well, I
to
mean, I
whether,
do,
yeah, I was
but
like, whether or not
we're
I
just
will
not
get
gonna
points
all the points
for my stable
Yeah.
library, that's a different question because
Yeah.
this one has 3, 4.
All right, so all the cards are gone, right?
Cards are gone. All the cards are gone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yours,
I didn't care about banned
that one's
books.
yours.
My
These
fiery
are
imp.
Jade's. And these 2 are yours, and these 2 are mine. Okay, lowest number is 8. Librarian's Lodge is a permanent location.
So that's still there. That's actually kind of useful to me. It's very useful to me. So we'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
Ooh, I
Oh.
like this.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Damage sale.
Garbage
Oh wait.
dump.
So were there any delayed effects that we needed to worry about?
We,
There was one.
there was just the drafting one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. Okay,
Yeah.
you just did that.
So, okay. Garbage dump. Name a category, then search the discard pile. Take any one card containing a book named in the category, and you may shelve it.
Oh my god, this
Only
is
one
perfect.
card.
Only one.
Sale.
Rummage sale.
She goes first.
Take one card
Yeah.
from this location. Take an additional card. If another assistant is present, all newly acquired cards may be shelved. So these go face up. It doesn't say face down. Auction house. When placing, choose a bid space. Return outbid assistants to their players. During resolution, the highest bidder must discard a number of cards equal to their bid to take or shelve the 3 auctioned cards. Ye olde book swap. Take a card from your hand with 1 card. Trade a card from your hand with 1 card at this location. Newly acquired card may be shelved. So you can trade out.
And there's
Card
18
from your
locations
hand.
and they're all different.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah, it's you first.
Me
'cause,
first. Yep.
you
it
did
is
some
me
stuff.
first because I did things.
May I read the library one again? No, wait. Yeah, the library is the one that stayed. Was the last one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's Okay, what does the ye old book swap do again?
So you take a card from your hand and trade a card from your hand with one card from this location, and the newly acquired one can be shelved. So it's like a book swap.
I'm gonna do the Librarian's Lodge.
Okay.
I'm going to start. Oh wait, no, I don't want to do. That's right. I want to do the donations first. I discard a card from my hand to shelve 2. That's what I want to do first. Okay. John's turn. Sorry, we have tablecloth wrinkle problems. And remember, it removes an assistant that you previously placed.
But I have none.
Right, so you can't do the home action. Only do the.
I think his swapping is more important to him than.
Just letting you know.
Those were out of order.
Okay.
Because you could swap 2 cards, right? That's what it said you could do. Okay.
If another assistant is present. So eventually all cards will be gone.
Yeah, so it's like the first person to go there gets 1, the second person gets the other 2. With the rummage sale.
The garbage dump, you name a category, and you get to pick one.
But that's just at the end of the round.
The rummage sale, then what is it you do?
You take the first person there takes 1 of the 3 cards. The second person there will take the other 2.
Oh. And you just take them. You don't.
You don't have to pay or anything. Yeah, just take.
Yep.
You are one little rock. But you're gonna do this, aren't you?
I don't know what it is, but it sounds really
I don't know.
bad.
Sounds terrible. Your turn. Steph.
Well, it sounds like he's going to be burning some books. So
We can only block so much.
it sounds like if I want one of those books, I should go now.
I was just looking at what potentially could be acquired or could be done.
I am a P. See, just see if it would work in my scheme.
Oh.
To just place down,
Oops. Move me in the Librarian's Lodge.
All right.
Oh, that worked out perfectly.
So what's the delayed effect on the auction house?
It's just it doesn't happen till the end. So when you place, you choose a bid 1 through 4, and then it.
So that's the
makes
bid order.
everybody- yeah.
There you go. Okay, whoever's
But,
there
like-
first is gonna get the first card. And what's the ye old book swap?
That's not how this works. So okay. When you place, you choose a bid space. You return the outbid assistance to their player. So if somebody had placed on 2 and you place on 4, this person's going to go back to their player. During the resolution, the highest bidder, so if somebody's already made it to 4, discards that number of cards to take the 3 action cards. The Ye Olde Bookstard, you just trade a card from your hand with a card on the location. The newly acquired card may be shelved. Which it's my turn, right? You just placed?
I did just place.
I'm doing that.
And what are you taking?
I am going to swap this one and shelve it here.
Okay. So, what do we got going on here? Rummage sale does what?
The next person to place there will take both of those cards.
Can actually, my plan changed a little bit because I didn't understand how the auction house worked. That's still. And a yield book swap, you just swap a book you don't want for a book that's
For one
there.
that's there.
Driving here, I was like, name a
At the end.
oh, yeah.
Other round.
So I can pay attention to what's going in the discard pile right now.
Mm-hmm. I have a plan. We'll see if I get to attempt it.
Oh, so it went even more deep. I'm gonna do it now because this is okay. I have a new plan of action. It was revised from the previous plan of action, which should work, assuming it gets back to my turn.
It should.
Well, we have to see what you guys do because.
Man, I really hosed myself.
Well, that was a stupid move actually because I'm gonna get a card, but I'm not gonna get to place it, am I?
Yeah,
You
that's
will.
my problem. Like,
No, it says the
yeah, you can
book
shelf it.
Yeah, you may shelve it.
Okay, then it's not a stupid plan.
wait, can I put myself there and just take those last 2?
These 2?
Yeah.
And you may shelve the 2 newly acquired cards. These 2. If you want.
Okay.
Good place.
That was exciting.
It
was
feels
exciting
like
for me.
It feels like your world just crumbled there. Is that what the problem was?
It did. It.
Sorry.
You did it on purpose. You read her mind. You knew exactly what she
I know. I was just like, no.
No, don't do it.
And then I saw that, like, I was like, oh no.
So I will say that the last couple of weeks for me have been a series of fortuitous misadventures. This being one of them, where it's like, we're gonna play this game. Really excited to play about this game, and somebody rented it. And now you're like, well, what? And actually, this one's very enjoyable. So it's been just noticing is bringing to my mind other things that have happened this week that I'm like, oh, well, that turned out better than I wanted
If
to.
you
but all right.
cannot discard a card at the auction house,
I mean, it's
Do you still get-
secure on
No, you
bid,
won't get
but
them. You
won't.
have to pay for them.
You can stop anybody else from going there if that's what you wanted to do, but it seems like not necessarily the best course of action for you.
no, I am going to shelf.
That seems like a better course of action.
Yeah.
'Cause at least gives you your rectangle, right?
Yep.
And if you can plug that last hole,
Yeah, I won't be able to plug my holes. But oh well.
That's just extra.
I'm just
points,
not gonna
so-
touch that with a 10-foot.
Shut
I just like the only dude here, of course, right? And I'm all like,
I
don't
thought
leave
about it
leave
too.
be.
I was like-
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
10-foot pole.
yep, nope, stay away from it. Shut up. You good?
Yep, that's it.
These are family friendly videos.
It is. We're gonna go to the auction house here and burn all those cards.
For funsies.
No, I need that A. Now I know that if I go looking for here for this or this or this, I can plug that A specifically. That's why it became
But
important.
you get to
also
shelf
because
too.
you burned it, you can shelve or draw two.
Filling in that hole, and that hay goes here when that triggers.
I don't
So
like
that's
what
why.
oh well.
That's why it was like a devious
So
plan.
Are you
It's-
drawing for the other one?
Is there what?
You got 2 actions.
Oh yeah, I
2
might as well
actions.
draw, I guess, because I got nothing else to really.
Place your last one. I think it's pretty clear that John has won the game.
I don't know,
but-
there's points.
we'll count all the points up
I can still have points.
I
Needs to
still
be
want to make
second.
my points mean count up because I had to work this out.
Well, we
by
need to-
having
and then
all-
we need to figure out how
we're
to
still
score
gonna
it.
we're still
Yeah.
gonna do we're still gonna do scoring, of
I
course.
am gonna go to the diviner's hut. Cause
Well, go ahead and
Whatever.
draw your 3 cards, and there you go.
3? Oh,
1 for each menu you've placed.
I could have did that so differently.
Yep. there
What
you
you
go.
wanted, but. Oh,
And that's it. So starting with
Okay.
in number order, auction house, but there's nothing for you to take.
Correct.
Garbage dump.
We'll just take that
Yeah,
top card and
there
place
you
it.
go. Have your A.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to who's going to be the library inspector. I guess me.
Absolutely.
Sure. Okay.
I love that too.
And they
Uh,
came with a
Like-
marker. It came with one.
It's so cute. Okay.
It's yeah. This game.
It was more fun, like the little.
It's laminated and everything. That is just
It's so pretty.
outstanding.
Okay, so alphabetical order check for me is pretty good. Oh wait, hold on. There was something I was going to say. Prior to inspection, you may choose to voluntarily flip any card in your bookshelf in order to achieve a more favorable result. So if you have something out of order, like I do, you may flip it now before the inspector's inspection begins.
Do you get dinged for not?
No, it just becomes an empty space. It still means, like, if you have, like, for here, it's still going to count as a stable thing. It's just an empty bookshelf. So I'm losing the...
You don't get
Oh.
points,
Yeah, I'm losing the points for the icons that are on this card.
but you
But
get
it is still stable.
yeah, you get a support.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
But you want to know, like, why bother doing it? Just
Yeah,
make her do
why
it, see if
bother
we can, like, get-
Yeah.
she doesn't see it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you still have an empty space, so that's not stable, right?
Yeah. So I mean.
But you
I
could
flip
if you
this-
flip that one. No, that still doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah,
Right?
that's why I'm like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
So-
just leave it and have the inspector.
I mean, in her
Unless
case,
you
I
get
understand.
dinged
She
for
wants
it.
to get the points for the one above.
Right. But, okay. Category tally. The official inspector will call out each of the 6 categories one at a time. After a category is called out, each player counts the numbers of books in their bookshelf that match the category and announces the total. Okay, first, everybody else is in
Alphabetical order
alphabetical
check.
order, right?
Yes.
I think so.
I'm pretty darn sure everybody is in
And in numerical.
order.
A, B, C, D, E, F.
Well,
and
your
then numerical.
numbers and your
Yeah,
numbers,
2,
man. Okay.
6. Well, the only time it would matter would be I got 2 S's, 3 and 9. I had to swap those 2. I remember that much. And I got 2 A's, 2 and 7. So we're good.
Okay, so now we're going to do categories. So first one is the banned book, The Corrupted whatever.
I have 0.
You have 0.
5. I managed to get a lot of them snuck in there.
10.
Oh,
1,
Jade.
2, 3, 4.
Because those are negatives.
Yeah,
right?
those are
6,
gonna be
7,
negative.
8, 9, 10. Yep.
Yeah, but like, for example, if you wanted to, if you feel like those are not counting any points, but they're negative points, right? So you
I
could
see, that's
flip
one,
them
yeah.
over and go,
Right.
nah, don't pay attention to these books.
Okay, now we're on to the fantastical
That's why you would flip.
fictions.
Fantastical
sense,
fictions.
Yep.
That's the quill.
The green ones.
6.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12.
Historical volumes.
The
This is
hourglass.
the
right?
hourglass.
That's the
One,
yeah.
Oh, it goes in order.
2, 3, 4. Yes. 5, 6.
9.
4.
All right, monster manuals.
Rah, 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 rah. Monster Book of Monsters. 1,
4.
ooh, 2. A little shy on that one. 3.
12. Awesome. The references, it's the blue
Yeah, I see you.
guys.
1,
2,
2,
3, 6.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 13. Yes, 13.
All right, spells and potions.
Spell. 1, 2.
I mean, if you
13.
wanted to give me an extra.
9. I was trying to get more blue reference books because it's my lowest number that'll be times, you know?
Right.
And so I couldn't get it towards the end. I was like, come on, blue reference.
Okay.
Really?
Survey shelf
Well, no, I wanted-
stability bonuses.
Because if the one you have the
noticed.
least of in a category, you times it by something because it's your rare one, right? Sorry, I'll
Yeah,
wait.
yeah, it's times 2. Yeah, it's that reference right here. Okay,
Oh,
so
no,
now.
no.
Okay,
that.
so now we're gonna do
That's
this shelf stability.
Oh, you're talking about least. Okay.
So, each player counts the largest rectangular group of cards in their bookshelf that includes cards on the bottom row. Every card in that rectangular group will give them 1 point. A rectangle must be at least 2 cards tall and 2 cards wide to qualify. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think is mine.
So mine would just be,
Yeah, just the 9.
yeah.
9.
Nine.
And yours is 9. And
15.
John gets 15. Okay. Bestow the Prominent Works Award. The official inspector circles the row in a category tally that matches the category card dealt to the prominent workspace. Player with the first place in this row gets 15 points. Blah, 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 blah. Okay.
No, that's the secret one still.
Oh, the problem.
This one.
Okay.
Now we know what
So,
you got.
Well, we knew what she was going.
Uh,
John is getting 15 points. The next person was Steph, who's going to get 9. And then Jade had 1 more than I did, so she gets 4.
Well, that's
And I
okay
get
because
1. Okay. Banned book penalties.
Ooh, this is where I sucked. I didn't realize how many I infiltrated, so it's 5 for me, I think. I have no idea what you're doing.
What it tells me to in the book.
it tells you
No,
It
no,
tells you to do this.
Scribble around the box saying no,
Yes.
no, 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 no. Got
so I
it.
get minus 10.
Okay. Yeah, so Jade gets a minus 10, and yeah, John had 5, so he gets a minus 5, and then Steph and I got no.
Yeah, I actually
problems
didn't realize I
there.
snuck in that many in here. was
I
like, what?
realized it, but I was like, I
It's
should
either
be
that or
able
it's 0
to.
points. Yeah.
Okay,
Apparently I didn't
so
offset enough.
the official inspector finds the category each player has the fewest books of, ignoring the banned books, and multiplies that number by 3 to determine their variety bonus.
See, that's what I was trying to do for get my 5 up. Like,
Mine is gonna be 15. John
That
has
is
his
crazy.
lowest
I must have
is the
missed
monster
that part.
manuals. That's 9. Steph's lowest is reference. It's 15.
Because I knew you
And
couldn't have
Jade's
had
lowest
references.
is
Because I was like,
12. That's
why is she trying to
9.
collect so many?
Okay.
because it was the one that was so rare for me because you probably kept stealing them all.
Alright,
I
each
only
player
had,
will
like-
now reveal their category card
I
and
only had
score
4.
2 points
So
for every
I'm sorry,
book.
I missed on the lowest.
So this is, I find it a weird
Yeah,
way of
that's
thinking
why
about
I'm-
it. It's assessing category variety bonus. The official inspector finds the category that each player has the fewest books of, ignoring the banned books selection.
Okay.
Multiply that number by 3 points to determine their
Okay.
variety bonus.
So-
So like my lowest, not counting the codex, was 5. So I multiply that by 3 to get 15.
So you still want ideally a balance.
Yeah.
Because having more gives you more on this particular point. Gives you multiplied by 3 points. It's a pretty good number.
big. Yeah.
So.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So the last thing is to reveal and score the library focuses. So each player will now reveal their category card, score 2 points for every book on their bookshelf matching their focus. So John was spells, so he's gonna get 26, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Steph, yours was monster manuals. And you're at 24.
I had reference text.
Reference. Only got 4 references.
Don't.
Listen, right now we were shooting for the library standing. That was a big goal.
That was.
Mine was the historic volumes, so I'm gonna get 14.
I had a lot of the codexes.
Okay. Total the individual section B scores. Finally, one player at a time, the official inspector will add up all the figures in section B, and the player with the highest score will win. Well, I'm obviously gonna say that that's John, but I'll add them up for.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I want to
Looking
place.
pretty high.
I mean, John
I've
minus
had
5.
victory snatched from my hands before. Like,
I know.
He's had some negatives that I didn't have.
Fair.
60.
But I'm sure you probably
I would be very surprised if I was in 3rd.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
It's okay. It melts in the spring and summer. I get to
You're
start
like,
over.
I think the shelf is leaning a little bit. Okay, ready for inspection now.
Yeah, John had 60 points.
But he only
But
did
that's so
57.
close.
Yeah,
That is so
Yay.
close, right? I mean, that's good.
Jade came in last with 20.
Yeah. I expected to.
Outstanding.
I would have came in
freaking
last
game.
anyway.
Really good game.
Yeah, really,
It's
really
good.
like this thing. This is good.
So I don't know if you can see my handwriting, everybody, but there you go.
Let's
There's
see.
our
So
score
we switch
breakdown.
over so at least we can fade in frame or something. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
My
Oh,
score
good.
breakdown.
Yeah,
That's
that
funny.
everything about this game is super cute, from like the silly little book tiles to the, and the components are great. I mean, I like the fact that that's a dry erase, kind of wipe it down and
Yeah.
you're done. So
And
Perfect.
it's so organized. Like
Yeah.
every little thing has a little thing on the board, and
yeah, and I was
very
actually,
tight.
one of the things these days is we see a volume of games. So somebody did the math last year. The year before there was an average of 3 board games every day. Last year was actually 6.
Wow.
So there's the Delusion stuff, and we've been seeing some like things that were like, this is not up to par, guys. So it's nice to see something come out that I'm like, yeah, this is definitely 2 thumbs up, and on everything, like components and just gameplay was a lot of fun. Hey, I didn't pay attention. You could have taken me easy. I mean, all it took, literally, it would have been one more skull in there, and it's like, point difference. You know what I mean? So cool. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe us. And next week, we'll be playing
that one
Spirit Island,
Spirit
which
Island.
everybody keeps telling us is also an excellent game. So we'll do that. We'll make sure that they don't check it out.
Bye.